And welcome to Lee Summit High School in Lee Summit, Missouri. It is the third place game in the Summit Girls Shootout as Rockbridge takes on Lee Summit. And a good evening and welcome, Joe Van Amberg along with the Hall of Famer Michael Watson. And Michael, we've got a couple of teams here, both at 8 and 4. Both teams have had outstanding seasons. What stands out to you in this matchup?
Well, definitely both teams starting off really well, and it's always great when the home team of the tournament gets to play against a really good team traveling in town tonight in Rockbridge.
Well, let's take a look at Rockbridge. Again, we talked about this team, 8 and 4 on the season. They've been impressive and also helped Coach get his 900th win. Coach Scanlon over at Rockbridge, 900 wins and defeating Raytown South in the first round before Lee Summit West, who we'll see later today, beat him in the next round.
Yeah, complete team. You mentioned Coach Scanlon. We know who that is in the Kansas City area.
And let's take a look at Lee Summit, and how about the play of Landon Van Pelt?
Yeah, the big fella. I call him Twinkle Toes. He averaging 7.7 rebounds. He can go inside out, very physical. He really is the staple down low for the Tigers.
Well, Rockbridge has owned this matchup over the years, a 5-0 record against Lee Summit, but can Lee Summit come up with a third place win here tonight? We'll find out next. And welcome back to Lee Summit High School. As you see Rockbridge there huddled up, getting ready for the opening tip-off, just a couple moments away. This Rockbridge team we talked about coming in at 8 and 4. This is a team, Michael, they've come off of 2 20-plus win seasons. Again, they've got a Hall of Fame coach as well. Don't have all of the weapons that they did at the beginning of the season. Brady Davidson, one of their star players, was committed to Northern Illinois for football to play quarterback over there. So imagine that he's probably shifting his focus to play football. But this is still a team that got a lot of weapons, very excited about. And then Lee Summit on the other side, we've seen they're definitely trending in the right direction this time of year.
Absolutely, and you mentioned Coach Scanlon. Whenever you have a Hall of Fame coach like that on your sideline, your team always has a chance. You know, his players are going to play hard for him, and they're going to have a test tonight in Lee Summit. We saw them a couple of weeks ago against North. Not their best outing, but as you said, trending in the right direction as we hear the introductions start for both teams.
Activities Association.
I see Blake Little
we remind
there.
Students, parents, and fans
Coach
of
Little
both schools
was
at both games is
talking to me a little bit before the game. You know, they went 21 days between their last game in 2024 and that Lee Summit North game, and they were a little rusty, but Coach Little's kind of got them back on the right track. Won their 2 games right after that. In his 12th season as head coach, was first an assistant at Lee Summit West, graduate of Lee Summit, and also the University of Missouri. And what a great job he has done here with Lee Summit, and a chance to come away with a third-place victory here on your home floor.
Junior number 22, Will Priest. And sophomore number 23, Nick Timbrook. And now for your Lee Summit Tigers, junior number 5, Landon Van Pelt. Junior number 12, Makai McNeil. Senior number 15, Gatlin Murray. Senior number 22, Cameron Hughes. And senior number 35, Jalen Lockhart.
And those are your starting lineups for both Rockbridge and Lee Summit. Lee Summit, they're getting some final instructions, and this is such a great tournament. A lot of fantastic teams in the area, but also some out-of-town teams, Rockbridge being one of those coming up here. And both these teams trying to come away with a win and finish off this tournament strong as they get ready for the final part of the regular season. As you see Coach Jim Scanlon, 44 years at Rockbridge, Missouri Sports Hall of Famer. In 2019, won his 900th career coaching win this December.
I don't think I played in 900 games.
I definitely
in
did.
40 years. That is awesome.
Congratulations to Coach Scanlon, as Lee Summit will start with the basketball as Nakai McNeil with the spin off the front iron. Out of bounds, will stay with Lee Summit. Saw McNeil, their point guard, getting involved early for Lee Summit. They tried to find an opening. There's Van Pelt. Van Pelt got off to a great start in our broadcast a couple of weeks ago against Lee Summit North. This is Lockhart, one of their leading scorers, has
Good
taken away.
defense. Good defense. Got caught out on the pick. Nice drop off down low in the bucket.
So Timbrook with the bucket for Rockbridge, and they are on the board first.
Well, turnover leading to easy bucket in transition, and another near turnover right there. Taking a look at the last steal right here, getting in. Timbrook with the steal initially. Off to the races, heads up play. Nice bounce pass with the reverse finish to put Rockbridge on the board, but just like that,
Cameron Yost.
out of the timeout. Yost with the most, baby.
And now it's a 1-point Lee Summit lead. As Minix drives on Van Pelt, puts it up and gets the bounce.
That's nice soft touch in the lane with the left hand.
Full court pressure applied. Jones applying the pressure to McNeil. Here's Yost again. Van Pelt. Guarded by Minix. Good. Lockhart. Yost. Van Pelt.
He has this advantage down low. Inside, trying to get it down to Lockhart, turns it over.
So Rockbridge basketball with a 1-point lead. Early stages of this third-place game. And as mentioned, Rockbridge trying to stay undefeated against Lee Summit. It's inside. Timbrook fouled, and he will go to the charity stripe.
Well, Rockbridge does a great job of moving without the basketball. He saw a high pick and roll at time with a back screen on the opposite side to free up Timbrook. He'll go to the line to shoot two.
Foul was on Cameron Yost. Nick Timbrook, a sophomore for Rockbridge, extends the lead. Rockbridge playing Raytown South, defeating them in game one as Van Pelt comes down with the rebound, then falling to Lee Summit West in game number 2. Pressure applied by Rockbridge. Lockhart, McNeil. McNeil, a double team, gets it over to Brody. 3 from the corner, no. Foul on the rebound, and a foul against Rockbridge.
Yeah, that was an all-out hold down low against Paris, number 12. Well, not Paris, I'm sorry, that's Jones, Eli Jones.
Brody trying to get it in and throws it back across half court. McNeil will now bring it up. McNeil inside, a double team blocked by Minix.
And Minix got up, blocked out with both hands. Jones on the transition 3, he's short.
Lee Summit quickly ahead. Yost, he's got Lockhart, finds him with the jam.
Easy peasy, Fonzarese. Lockhart getting ahead of the defense for the slam.
So Rockbridge now with the 3-point lead. As a double dribble called against Rockbridge.
Well, we saw it earlier. Turnovers leading to easy buckets in transition. Ahead Yost to Lockhart, putting it down. I don't care what year you are. If you get a dunk on a television game, that's for life right there. Like, you can watch that 30 years from now and tell your kids, put it on YouTube and it's there. Then he turns it over. And that's also going to be on YouTube. It's all right.
As the turnover gives it back to Rockbridge. And Rockbridge out of Columbia, Missouri. Good start for them on Lee Summit's floor. Davis, foul away from the basket. And they're going to get Gatlin Brody with the personal foul. See Coach Little there and talking with the official. Again, this is a team right now sitting at 8-4 and tough start in 2025 against Lee Summit North, but got things going in the right direction as another turnover. This one will give it to Lee Summit.
Rockbridge not able to get their footing, starting off a little sloppy to start the game. Credit Lee Summit's defense as we take a look at Coach Scanlon right there.
And Coach Scanlon talked about just his long tenure at Rockbridge and what an outstanding career he's had. There's Yost's favorite spot in the corner, doesn't go. Minix with the rebound. Priest, he'll try the triple. Yes!
Oh, on the break. That's what I'm talking about, young fella. Let it fly. You know what's confidence you got to have to shoot a three in transition? Oh, that's what I'm talking about, baby.
Right on cue, tie game.
Lockhart right there from the corner, and we know what kind of player he is. Has to stay engaged on the offensive end.
I thought it was going to be raining threes for a second as Minix tried from downtown. Now Lee Summit can try and reclaim the lead. Yost, Van Pelt, Brody, deep three, yes!
Uh-oh. Finding that range early here at home for the Tigers.
Lee Summit back in front by 3. Minix will try again, and he connects on a deep 2.
Yeah, he can knock that down. He missed the first one from beyond the arc, but he said, you're not going to respect it. I'm going to make you pay. Knocking down a long 2.
Brody. Van Pelt inside. Doesn't go. Gets his own rebound, and he will go to the line. Minix commits the foul. So Landon Van Pelt, their center, a 3-year starter. Like his touch around the rim. Also plays tight end for the football team. First shot goes. Well, Van Pelt, very athletic, and he will get the opportunity to play at the next level. And right now trying to decide if he wants to play basketball or football because he's a standout athlete in both.
Why not play both?
It's been done before.
That's what I'm saying. Just play both. That's my advice. Play it all while you can, man, because that chapter in your life closes quick. And you're old like me.
Turnover will give it back to Lee Summit. Michael, you are still very young. I don't know what you're talking about.
Man, you know what? In my mind, I'm super young. In my mind is like, you can still do it. And my body's like, don't you listen to him. You can't. But, you know, it's that war within, man.
As Lockhart inside, blocked. And here comes Rockbridge the other way.
That's good defense from Rockbridge. Lockhart, an athlete, getting that one contested at the rim.
Harris can't get it to go. Carter taken away by Davis. Rockbridge pushing the floor. Harris blocked. Lockhart lost the handle and then called for traveling. Seeing a lot of transition in this one. And, you know, Coach Little was talking to us last time against Lee Summit North, not wanting to get into a track meet. But right now, they seem to be handling the transition okay with this 3-point lead.
They really are, but have to do a better job of taking care of the basketball. That's where Lee Summit has gotten their points from. Bodies hitting the floor down low.
Van Pelt comes down with a strong rebound after the Priest miss. McNeil, nice feed inside Lockhart, and a foul. And that's against Rockbridge. Makai McNeil, nice job of creating off the dribble. Kylie will throw it in for Lee Summit. Van Pelt. Kylie for three, doesn't go.
Well, you can't fall in love with that outside shot if you're Lee Summit. You're going to get something going downhill whenever possible.
Davis. And a minute left. Davis will try a deep three, and he got it!
That's what I'm talking about.
So Davis ties the game here with under a minute left in the first quarter.
That one was deep right there. You got a foul out top.
That was on Harris as he was guarding Makai McNeil off the dribble. McNeil will now go to the free throw line. Makes the first one. Makai McNeil, 3-year starter at point guard. Coach really likes his defensive abilities, but he's an all-conference caliber type player. Very tough, hard-nosed. Team's coach on the floor.
You got all the inside scoops.
I tell you what, I try and make your life a little easier. That's what I'm here for.
You got all the inside scoops, man. You know where their sisters went to school. You know where their mom works, where she went to. You know everything. I'm up here barely knowing names.
You give me too much credit.
That's because I'm
too much credit, Michael.
I forget my own kids' names. I'll call them different names all the time. You know who names I don't forget? My grandsons.
That's good. That's good. That's important.
Those are my favorites.
Davis in some trouble. Carter guarding him. It's Jones. Blocked. And Carter takes it away.
That's good help defense. 6 seconds on the shot clock.
Carter. It's it across. Williams for three. No. And that's the end of the first quarter, as Lee Summit takes a 2-point lead over Rockbridge into the second quarter. Back and forth that first quarter was, Michael. What stood out to you about that first quarter?
Well, great defense from Lee Summit initially turning Rockbridge over, and then kind of caught that bug themselves. A couple of ill-advised turnovers. Rockbridge connecting on a couple of deep threes. That's what they can do. They can stay in the game with their ability to shoot from the outside. Lee Summit has to do a great job, has to do a better job of taking care of the basketball and then just not selling for threes themselves, trying to get downhill, get some easy buckets.
Well, the Hy-Vee High School Game of the Week on Spectrum News is brought to you by Hy-Vee, proud to support Greater Kansas City High School athletics. Well, here is a look at the tournament and how we got here, as Raytown and Lee Summit West will be in the championship game that will immediately follow this game. But again, a lot of great teams in the Summit Grill Shootout, as it is every year, celebrating their 50th anniversary this year.
Always a great tournament. We've seen some of Kansas City's finest come through here over the years on Spectrum News, and it's amazing when you're able to see these young men come through high school, college, and now they're pro athletes. You saw them here first on Spectrum News.
Rockbridge starting with the basketball here in the second. Priest doesn't go. Yost with the rebound.
That was a great play out of the timeout. Double curl off the opposite, just missed the shot.
Van Pelt, the spin underneath. What a move.
Twinkle toes, I told you. Nice move on the baseline, using the rim to shield the defender off. Able to get the reverse to go.
Inside, the spin doesn't go from Swindle. So now Lee Summit a chance to extend this lead even further. Teams are trading leads back and forth in the first. Brody, nice feed inside. Van Pelt gets the lay-in.
That was a gorgeous drop-off down low to Van Pelt. Right place, right time. Moving without the basketball and able to finish. And you said at least Summit building on their lead early on.
Swindle. Swindle again. Three-pointer from Priest.
Oh, come on, Priest! Hit him with the rock away. When you jab somebody without dribbling, and that's a turnover from Lee Summit. Take a look at the last couple of buckets on each end. Nice dump off down to Van Pelt with the finish. Twinkle toes getting it done, but then right here, Priest from the corner. Watch this rip through. You ain't gonna guard me? I'm gonna let you have it. That was good defense, but better offense, baby.
I see Priest there getting it going from beyond the arc. Now they try and find him cutting to the basket, and it's knocked out of bounds. We'll stay with Rockbridge. Lee Summit still with a 3-point lead for Rockbridge. The strong start to the second quarter. Trying to get Priest set up once again. He'll take a deep three. Almost made that one.
That's what I'm talking about. Heat check out here, Coach. Coach, I was feeling it. I was feeling it.
Carter running point for Lee Summit. Brody, Carter wide open, and he's fouled hard. He will go to the line and shoot a couple.
I mean, if you're going to foul him, make sure he doesn't get the shot up, and that's what Rockbridge came over. And Strong came over and made sure he didn't get that one up. And then they didn't help him up. They just, you know what? That's why you got teammates. They can help you out the floor.
As DeAnthony Carter, a senior, and maybe the first one, a state qualifier in the high jump, a track star, as well as a basketball star. Third year also playing varsity for Lee Summit. Second one doesn't go home. Leroy will bring it up the floor for Rockbridge. Down by 4. Inside, Leroy for 2.
That was a nice left-to-right crossover, finishing with the floater. Rockbridge trying to battle back, now down 2.
Leroy was one of the key returners for this Rockbridge team this year as McNeil lost the handle. Somehow found Van Pelt for 2.
Did he drop a dime from his tush? I think he did. Oh my goodness. You need to send that one in the Sports Center, guys.
Minix inside, fouled, and Minix will go to the free throw line.
I know Joe got that queued up already. I already know.
As Van Pelt, you see there with a great finish off of a nice feed from McNeil just a few moments ago. Minix will try and cut into the lead. Missing the first one. Minix will get one more. Rockbridge again trying to down only 4, and now with a chance. Oh, and out of bounds, and it's back to Lee Summit. Thought Rockbridge for a second might have another shot, as we now have a player down, and I believe that's Cohen Straub. And he hit the floor pretty hard as he's being helped up.
Yeah, he's bleeding right there. Oh yeah. You see the young lady in the crowd just kind of cover her mouth. That was. Whew.
Well, good to see he's up and walking around, and they will take a look at him. Hopefully
he's all right, but the headache that's going to happen, he needs some Tylenol.
Lee Summit able to break the press. Three-pointer, Brody, yes!
Nice! Brody knocking it down.
So Lee Summit extends the lead to 7. Muirwa. Davis. McNeil playing some tight defense.
No shot clock in Missouri high school basketball yet. And we know Misha, ooh, with the hezzy.
With the left hand.
The hezzy. With the left hand. I like that. That was smooth.
And a foul against Rockbridge as Brody tried to get through the pressure.
Let's take a look right here. Coming off with the left. Watch him freeze. Excuse me, Van Pelt. I got you. Left hand with the finish. That's the one you send to him on like Instagram, or you snap it to him and like, look what I did to you. They're lucky I didn't have this.
I was about to say.
Oh my gosh.
Michael Watson on Instagram back in his high school play days.
In the 90s? Oh man, it would have been all kind of fun stuff.
As I was tipped out of bounds, and it will stay with Lee Summit.
You had to wait to see people when you got to the game. You know, house phones, you didn't have cell phones. It was a different time. You had real cameras to take pictures. You're too young. You don't remember them days.
McNeil lost the handle. Inside, Van Pelt. Tried the reverse, blocked by Minix, and then taken by Rockbridge.
Yeah, that's good D by Minix down low. Van Pelt trying to create space, just unable to.
Side Minix, short. Cameron Johns the other way. Brody. Neal. And too far for Johns, out of bounds. Rockbridge basketball.
That was a good foul. Whenever you go baseline, the opposite teammate is supposed to go as low as you do. That time, he just threw it behind him, turning the basketball over. We talked about that in the first quarter for Lee Summit. Can they take care of the basketball, value their possessions? So far, doing a good job, but Rockbridge doing a great job of staying within striking distance as well.
Rockbridge will try and climb further back into this game as Minix inside, too strong. Lockhart brings it down. Kiley. Johns inside.
Nice.
Over 3 defenders.
Oh my goodness, nice left hand finish as well.
Cameron Johns making his presence felt, and Rockbridge will again try and cut the lead to 5, possibly 4, as Davis with the drive, and he is hacked in. That'll be Rockbridge basketball underneath. Fouls on Kiley.
The big man needs a breather. He's been working hard. Love his ability to go inside out as well.
Priest, seen some range from him as Uirwa, no. Rockbridge with the rebound. Davis can't get it to fall, and Lockhart brings it down. Johns. Working on Priest inside, lays it in.
Now just a repeat of the play before, getting to his left, going strong, able to finish over the defenders.
Now Rockbridge once again, here's Davis. Priest for three, short. Van Pelt gathers the board. Lockhart, Brody. Lockhart lost the handle, out of bounds. Last touch by Lee Summit.
Got to take care of the basketball. Take a look at the last couple of buckets from Lee Summit. Getting right to the rack, able to finish with the left. And said, you know what, you didn't stop me the first time. I'm going to do it again. Johns with the finish.
Priest will try a two-pointer. And it hit at the top of the backboard, out of bounds to Lee Summit. It's in the final minute of this first half. They'll bring in McNeil and take out Kiley. Lee Summit has quietly built a 9-point lead. Johns with the last couple of buckets coming off the bench. Had some good contributions from several different players.
Yeah, getting it done on the defensive end as well, not allowing easy shot opportunities for Rockbridge.
Johns again, tried to find Brody cutting, but here's an opportunity as Priest the spin and a foul on Makai McNeil. Rockbridge with 33 seconds left. Throw it underneath is Swindle. Timbrook taken away.
Got it back.
Swindle and one.
Yeah, Van Pelt got him on the arm, but good hustle on the floor for Rockbridge, staying with it, causing the turnover. Take a look. Got to go on the floor, get extra possessions when you're able to. Right here, just deflects it enough. Able to get the shot and draw the foul.
Swindle converts the three-point play. And now Lee Summit can play for the final shot, up by 6. Johns. Brody. Foul against Rockbridge. That was on Nick Timbrook. Second foul on Timbrook. 13 seconds. Summit looking for the final shot here. Brody, three. Brody!
Yeah! Oh, it's the walk-off for me.
At the buzzer! Oh! Priest about had a buzzer beater there. But Lee Summit takes a 9-point lead into halftime. Brody from the corner from downtown to finish off the first half. A great finish for what was a great half for this Lee Summit basketball team.
Yeah, they really came out on both ends of the floor, kind of imposing their will, knocking down big shots from the outside.
Well, what a first half as Lee Summit will take the halftime lead. We will step aside here on Spectrum News and the Hy-Vee High School Game of the Week. We'll be back for some second half coverage right after these messages.
Well, you got to know how to win close games and close out games, and hopefully they learn from that, understanding where they can be better down the stretch. Basketball is a game of runs, and usually the team with the last run will come out with it.
Well, and some of you may remember we covered Lee Summit just a couple of weeks ago against Lee Summit North, and mentioned this at the top of the broadcast, but it had been 21 days since they had played a basketball game due to the holiday break as well as the snowstorm that came through. And you can just tell they have really got it going here since that game, and up to a great start as Yost will try contested three, doesn't go, but Lockhart chases the rebound.
Oh, nice pass. Van Pelt to Lockhart with the nice pocket pass.
Priest inside and fouled before he got to the bucket.
Well, great job moving out the basketball. Lockhart, take a look at it right here. Gets the rebound, gets it to Van Pelt in a high post, and then just drops it off. The nice pocket pass. Ooh, I like it, big fella.
Priest. Minix fouled by Van Pelt on the entry pass. Also, Van Pelt with some nice finishes around the basket. One of the things Coach Little really likes about him, but the passing ability as well. Good post-to-post passing.
Yeah, willing passer is Van Pelt for sure.
Minix will try the two. Too strong. Yost has the rebound.
And Minix can knock that one down. We saw in the first half. That was just a little too strong.
Yost taken away by Davis. Priest. Davis blocked by McNeil. Jones. Davis three. Oh. Rolls out. And Lockhart with the strong board. Brody. Van Pelt. Yost with a runner and a foul. Yost will go to the line for two.
Yeah, he got bailed out on that one by the defense, just running underneath him. That's going to be a difficult shot to make. He was going full speed to his left, trying to shoot it back over his right hand, but able to draw the foul.
Cameron Yost, the senior, committed to Benedictine. He was coming off a little bit of illness over the break as well, and kind of getting back into basketball form. And it was one of the things when Lee Summit was going through one of those tough stretches, they really missed his scoring. He is one of the guys they look to try and generate some offense. Saw him hit big three-pointer to get Lee Summit going at the beginning of this basketball game. His second free throw was off the mark. It's Davis. Priest. Minix. They get Davis open. Minix wide open underneath, blocked by Lockhart, but Minix gets the bounce.
Yeah, stays with it. That was good help defense initially from Lockhart, as Minix was left wide open on the screen.
Oh, nearly a steal as Lee Summit able to break the press. Lockhart, McNeil. Van Pelt. Right hand,
oh.
What a move.
Oh, please don't hurt him with the nice turnaround. Van Pelt on the block, getting it done.
It's Jones, Minix now.
Ooh.
And Minix for two, and Van Pelt hit the deck.
They took that one flush on the nose. Definitely unintentional, but last time down the floor, nice shake with the spin and the hook shot. And then in the Minix, he turns, and that left one just caught him across the face. He has to check out. He'll get tended to. And he caught that one right on the lip.
Rockbridge going to full court pressure, down by 10. McNeil, the step through, fouled on the floor, but no, the traveling call over here on the near side.
They called a travel? Oh, wow. He got knocked into a travel.
Coach Little not happy about that last call. And now a foul on McNeil. McNeil made the foul there. And Lee Summit still with a 10-point lead. And Rockbridge, though, they've just been kind of hanging around this game. And Lee Summit had the 9-point lead going into halftime and extended it by 1 point here so far in this quarter.
Look at that defense on ball. It's serious.
McNeil has a foul called against Rockbridge.
And McNeil is just bothering Jones all night long. Watch him get into his inside hand, able to get that steal. Sits up. He almost had another dime from the floor.
Brody will inbound for Lee Summit. McNeil will bring the ball up the floor. Rockbridge in the zone defense. Van Pelt in the paint. Short on the shot.
Yeah, I thought he had a cutter on the right side. Just missed him.
Steal. Carter. 3-on-1. Lockhart. No. Gets it back. Van Pelt will go to the free throw line.
Well, they're just controlling the boards with the size advantage down low between Lockhart and Van Pelt. Just padding their stats on the offensive glass.
So Landon Van Pelt, the 6'9" junior, back at the free throw line. Talked about a lot of varsity experience for him, and he's had another outstanding game here this evening so far for Lee Summit. It extends the advantage once again. Van Pelt already in double digits in points. Second shot just off. Weira will bring it up for Rockbridge. Swindle inside.
Swindle picked up the pivot foot. Got caught in between whether to pass or spin and turning it over. And 11-point lead now as Rockbridge tries a little full court press. They can create some turnovers.
McNeil, Brody. McNeil. Van Pelt. Backs down his man. What a finish from Van Pelt.
Oh, man, just put him on his back all the way to the rim. Nice finish for Van Pelt. He's having a nice game.
Rockbridge just doesn't seem like they have an answer for him right now. It's now another traveling violation. We'll give it back to Lee Summit.
Well, it's the big man. This is the reason we call him Twinkle Toes. We, meaning me, right here. Right back in the man, back in. Watch the step through. Excuse me. Nice finish. The big fella. You can see why he's really good at football as well. That's a turnover off the inbounds. But a rejection will stay with the Bruins.
Tyler Toe recently checked into the game on the attempt.
Right there, just ill-advised pass. And this, to me, is the only way that Lee Summit, if they were to lose the game, would be not taking care of the basketball.
Straub, and this is Toe. Guarded by Carter. Straub. Weir what? Toe inside, and Toe fouled. Fouls on Carter. Connor Kiley will check in and take out McNeil. Oh, feed inside. Muira for two.
Yeah, forgot about Murr down low, able to get that easy bucket.
It's Kiley. Carter Lost it. Here comes Davis. He's got Priest. Priest. And a foul on the floor.
Well, nice inbounds play last time down the floor. Take a look. Sneaking in. Right back around. And Van Pelt doesn't help on the switch. Able to get the easy bucket.
So we'll see what Rockbridge has for this next inbounds play. As with the 5 fouls against Lee Summit, Rockbridge will go to the free throw line to shoot 2. As Priest makes the first one. Will Priest, who was one of the key returners for Rockbridge this season, a team not only did they win 20+ games last year, but also conference champions in the CMAC. Makes the second one as well. 9-point game.
Rockbridge staying in the full court press. There's man-to-man matchup. Trying to get a run and jump opportunity. Lockhart. Oh, turn it over. That's what you want. Oh!
Davis for 2.
The no look. Oh my gosh.
Just like that, Rockbridge makes it a 7-point game. And timeout for Lee Summit.
That's a good timeout.
As Rockbridge starting to fight their way back into this one.
But watch this no-look pass. Looks to the right, but watch this. Excuse me. Oh, my goodness. He still doesn't know where the ball is. Coach, I didn't see it.
Well, Coach Little for Lee Summit, talking to his team in the huddle right now. Michael, what do you think they're discussing?
Well, Lee Summit is talking about continuing to keep your foot on the gas. You kind of get complacent when you're up 11. Before you know it, you're down. You're only up 7, and it could be a 4-point game in the matter of a possession. So, how to get his guys back on the same page, understanding what it took to get that 11-point lead. That was a good timeout.
You see Rockbridge right now trying to fight their way back into this game. And they were down by double digits just a few moments ago. Pressure and some turnovers have helped get them back into single digits. As Lee Summit will start with the basketball. Just over 2 minutes left in the third quarter. Lockhart. Brody.
That's good D up top.
McNeil. And Toe commits the foul. The 4th team foul against Rockbridge, so they've got 1 more to give. Brody, the pump. Carter, McNeil.
Good defense from Rockbridge.
Brody short on the 3. Carter hustles it down. McNeil!
Oh, wow.
Lays it in.
What hustle from Carter. My goodness. To keep that one in bounds.
Priest. Staub. And Muira. Staub guarded by Van Pelt. Davis, 3. The front iron. Straub, though, with the putback.
Well, Straub right there, right place, right time. That was a little short on the 3. And if you're at Rockbridge, you want to keep it under 10 before the quarter. Got a fighting chance. Got the full quarter left to play.
Carter doesn't go. Van Pelt with the tip, and Van Pelt is fouled. Van Pelt in perfect position on that rebound. Van Pelt's, like we talked about it, he's had such a big game for Lee Summit. Timeout taken, and it seems like at times Rockbridge, even when they're making these runs, they don't seem to have a very good answer for Van Pelt right now.
They really don't. He does a great job positioning down low, doing the work as the ball is in the air. And then when he catches, you see how agile he is for a big fella. Been a real load and a problem down low for the Bruins.
Yeah, what a great game overall for Van Pelt.
Well, good job right here off the high post with the feed, showing his passing ability. This is what we talked about, his ability to work down low. Nice right-handed hook. He is just so agile and dare to say quick down low, but he just gets to his spots on the floor. You see his night so far, 13.6 boards for the big man.
So Van Pelt now at the free throw line, trying to extend the advantage. And he can shoot the free throw pretty well as well. I mentioned this earlier. Coach, his soft touch around the rim has been a huge asset. But you know, he's a tight end, but still an excellent shooter.
Soft hands. You see, it has a nice soft shot from the free throw line as well.
The lead is once again 9. Priest inside, blocked. Toe tied up. Straub inside, Muirwa for 2.
Well, yeah, he's shown some flashes tonight, his ability to handle the ball and finish at the rim. 15 seconds remaining here in this third quarter.
Lee Summit can play for the final shot. Final 10, McNeil. Double team, tried to force it into Van Pelt. Davis has it with 3. Ahead, Muirwa with 1, got it with the layup as the third quarter expires. Rockbridge gets a late bucket to cut the lead to 5.
And that's a very manageable deficit for the Bruins. Getting a turnover at the end of the quarter, scoring a quick 4 points to pull back to within 5. Take a look at it. Lee Summit is pressing 10 seconds, trying to go downhill, brings the double team. Tries to get it into Van Pelt, but great job getting out on the break and finishing with the lay as time expired.
The Hy-Vee High School Game of the Week on Spectrum News is brought to you by Hy-Vee, proud to support Greater Kansas City High School athletics. Let's take a look at our Hy-Vee score by quarters. And Lee Summit winning the first half. Michael, Rockbridge, though, winning that third quarter.
Well, it's not how you start, it's how you finish. And Rockbridge doing a great job at third quarter. After being down by as many as 11 in the third quarter, able to battle back to within 5. These first couple of minutes will be important for Rockbridge if they want to pull closer. Can't allow Lee Summit to get easy buckets on the run out. That means they have to take care of the basketball on the offensive end.
And we'll see if Rockbridge continues with some pressure. As it seemed like the pressure was affecting Lee Summit a bit in that third quarter. And if the pressure does come back, you know, for Lee Summit, what do they need to do to respond to that full court pressure?
Well, they're pressing, meaning they're trying to do too much, play too fast when they don't have to. They do a great job when they move the ball around side to side and then work through Van Pelt on the post. He's been their answer down low for the Tigers.
You saw Muira now with the basketball. He's already in double figures as we start the fourth quarter. Rockbridge basketball is Straub. Muirwa. Muirwa inside. Toe. Straub. Doesn't go. Van Pelt hauls in the board.
Yeah, good look at the rim. Just unable to get it to fall. That's how Lee Summit operates on the offensive end, where they play like they have to lead and they don't want to lose, or they play to win. which is always something to see as teams, like you said, lose a lot of close games last year, but they were to close out some games this year.
Yos. Carter inside. Carter doesn't fall. Toe the other way. Rockbridge can cut the lead, potentially to one possession. Three-pointer doesn't fall. So Toe trying to make it a 2-point game with that three. Brody fouled. That was on Davis. Carter. McNeil. Yos.
Bruins trapped in the corner now. A little different action that we've seen so far from them tonight. They're running and doubling the ball near steal.
McNeil in the paint. Brody.
Oh, man.
And Van Pelt there to tip it home.
Oh, Brody almost got that one to go, but Van Pelt, as he's been all night, right place, right time with the tip back to put the Tigers up 7.
That's Muirwa. Straub. Muirwa baseline. By McNeil, tough angle. Van Pelt the rebound, and ahead to Brody. Brody.
Oh!
Blocked by Straub, but a foul.
Oh my goodness! Oh my gosh! Watch the stalk down right here. He didn't even touch him on the body. That was all ball. Oh my goodness.
So Brody getting to go to the free throw line, missing the first. Yeah, you can see the bandage on his chin, and Straub was the one that hit the deck and
couldn't tell. Not on that one. That hawk down right there.
So he's feeling okay right now.
I think he's good. I think the ibuprofen is kicking in. I think he's straight.
As Brody makes the second one. Priest for 2, short. Straub hustling for the rebound. Inside, won't go. Timbrook couldn't get it to fall. Brody, kick out, Lockhart 3, missed. Timbrook with the rebound.
There's still a lot of time, but you got to get something on the offensive end if you're Rockbridge. Getting good looks, but coming up short in these last couple of possessions.
Straub and Muirwa. Davis with the right hand, count it, and
one, baby. That was a nice job coming through the lane, taking the contact, and then still able to finish like, give me some. I'll take another one. He'll go to the line and try to complete the three-point play.
Now Dylan Davis, another senior for this Rockbridge team. Chance to make this a 5-point game once again. Doesn't go. Van Pelt skies for the rebound. Lee Summit has led most of the way in this game. Rockbridge was able to get a lead in the first quarter. Teams traded leads in the first quarter before Lee Summit really started to pull away in the second quarter. Third quarter, Rockbridge ended up winning the quarter score to climb back, as now they get a steal here.
That's a 2-possession game, still with just over 4 minutes remaining. We saw Priest knock down a couple of threes in that first half. Been kind of quiet in the second half.
Muirwa with the right hand.
Let's go, young fella.
Giving high fives to the bench after that big shot.
His ability to finish around the rim and this full court pressure is really bothering Lee Summit.
Lockhart. Timeout for Lee Summit. Coach Little, I think, saw the same thing you did, Michael, and wanted to take a timeout.
Yeah, got to get his guys together. They're pressing unnecessarily, but Murwa gonna, sorry, Mama, I messed his name up, but nice left to right crossover. And I love the finish with the sweeping hook shot and then giving his boys some love on the bench. Like, it's not over yet, fellas.
No, it is far from over, and Muirwa, what a game he has had as well. Mentioned he's already in double figures in this one, and Rockbridge right now just hanging right there with Lee Summit, climbing back into this game here in the second half.
Yeah, they really have been, and getting it done now on the offensive end. I love the change and imploring the full court press against Lee Summit. They haven't been prepared for that and caused a few turnovers.
So out of the timeout, it will be Lee Summit basketball. See Muirwa. Great second half for him. Brody inbounding for Lee Summit. Carter fouled inside. Nice position from Carter to draw the foul.
Yeah, just snuck right in front of the face of the defender. Not paying attention, and that's what you don't want if you're the Bruins.
So Carter talked about his athletic ability, a multi-sport athlete, track star as well. That's some big minutes for Lee Summit off the bench. Chance to get his third point here. It's now Rockbridge only down by 5. Straub. Free throw line. No. Carter the board. Carter skies and a foul, and now Carter will go to the line. And there's that high jump ability, and I don't think
he tried to climb him that time. Definitely did. I thought he was going to try to dunk this one. Seen the lane open up. But this is what I mean by knowing time scoring situation for teams and for all the young fellas watching the game. When you're up 5, no shot clock, no one bothering you, use the clock to your advantage. Time, score, and what's the situation? You don't need a bucket. You milk the clock until you get an easy look or something that works in your advantage. That time he was fouled, but just in case, make sure you understand those 3 different things and how they come and how they play in the game.
So it's still a 2-possession game. So we approach the final 3 minutes of this one. We've seen a double-digit lead for Lee Summit, but Rockbridge climbing back in it. Nearly made it a 1-possession game there, and Van Pelt with the strong board. As now Brody will push it ahead. Kick out, Kiley 3, no. Priest has the board.
And that's what I mean, you just don't need that shot in transition if you're Lee Summit. You're just giving extra possession opportunities to the Bruins when you have the lead.
Muirwa for 3.
There you go. So a 6-point swing right there, you miss it, and now they knock a 3, and it's a 3-point game.
They continue with some full court pressure. McNeil. Kiley. Does Lee Summit have an answer to this Rockbridge run? No
shot clock, so coaches tell him to get up double. Now they're trying to play a little bit of keep away. Can you get them to turn it over?
Kick out, Brody, open three, doesn't go, foul, and a foul on Minix.
Oh, wow, did he foul Van Pelt?
They did get Minix for the foul against Van Pelt.
And Minix is looking at Van Pelt like, stop flopping, big fella.
So Van Pelt, who has had a big evening for Lee Summit, now at the free throw line to try and make it a two-possession game once again. He hits the first.
Talked about his nice shot from the free throw line. Soft touch for the big fella. Walking double-double. Knocks it down from the line. So a luxury as a timeout is called if your big man can knock down free throws, but still only a two-possession game for the Bruins. Still a lot of time left.
Yeah, and Van Pelt, a double-double. He was our player to watch for Lee Summit, and he has absolutely delivered today for Lee Summit. Sometimes it seems like he's been the spark that they've needed on offense when other things aren't going quite right.
Definitely has been the equalizer for the Tigers. We take a look inside the huddle for the Bruins. Coach Scanlon telling his boys, hey, we still got a lot of time left. After we score, we need to get back into that full court press, trying to turn them over. And they definitely needed this timeout because they were a little tired.
Yeah. And let's take a look at Josh Muhiro.
Yeah.
What a second half he's had.
Yeah, he's really scored from all levels right here before the end of the third quarter with the finish. And then a nice left to right crossover with the sweeping hook shot to get it to go. And this was a big three for the Bruins to pull them to within three. And he's had a great answer, like you said, in the second half for Rockbridge.
15 points for Josh Muirwa coming off the bench for Rockbridge. 13 of those coming in this second half. Absolutely incredible. So both teams getting some good production from some key players. For Rockbridge, it's a player coming off the bench. For Lee Summit, it is one of their starters. And Muirwa will bring it up the floor once again. Down by 5, trying to create. This is Davis. Minix. Inside on Van Pelt, finishes.
That's a nice, strong move. You don't need a three. Still a lot of time left. That was almost a turnover off the inbounds.
Carter ahead. Job by McNeil to gather it. Now Lee Summit will play a little keep away. Final 1 minute, 7 seconds left. And now officials timeout as there is an injured player, and that is Josh Muirwa. And you really hate to see that.
Yeah, that looked like they were both going for the ball, and he caught. Oh yeah, got hit right in the eye. But he gets up. Looks like he's all right.
Yeah, tough play, just trying to create a turnover, and again, an outstanding second half from Josh Muirwa coming off the bench. He will remain in the game. Final minute.
Got to try to get a steal on the inbounds. And they do!
Davis on Kylie for 2.
Wow!
1 point game.
We talked about it. Lee Summit had to do a better job of taking care of the basketball. They got a good trap in the corner.
As McNeil will throw it off of a Rockbridge player, goes out of bounds, and it stays with Lee Summit.
Man, that was just not a good pass on the out of bounds. This one you throw into the back court and let your guy go and get it. Back to live action and another turnover.
Muirwa.
And he's
fouled. And appropriately, Muirwa will have a chance to give Rockbridge their first lead since the first quarter.
And Coach Scanlon saw it. He realized that Lee Summit did not do a good job being pressed. In the second half, he's implored it, and it's worked in their favor after being down by as many as 11.
Coach Scanlon, the Missouri Sports Hall of Fame inductee in 2019. Outstanding coaching career, over 900 wins, and Muirwa misses the first, but he will have a chance to tie here in the final 38 seconds, and a timeout taken by Rockbridge. Well, this has been a great game, and if only we had another game that folks got to watch, you know, after this one.
What?
Oh, look at that, we do!
Oh, my gosh!
Oh,
that's a good one.
Lee Summit West and Raytown will be coming up right after this. The championship game here in the Lee Summit tournament, celebrating 50 years of basketball in this tournament. Outstanding matchup coming up, but we still have a great finish in store here. What a game this has been between Lee Summit and Rockbridge.
Yeah, man, the way the Bruins have battled back, not giving up, defensively getting key steals. Let's see if can knock down this free throw to tie it all up.
Yeah, this is a big free throw. And then the question is, Michael, if he makes this, if you're Lee Summit, you're playing for the final shot, aren't you?
Absolutely, but you're playing for Van Pelt in the final shot. He has been unstoppable down low. They haven't played through him a lot in this second half.
Van Pelt, you see right there, still on the floor. He's had a lot of minutes today, and good size, but again, a multi-sport athlete. And you know, sometimes, you know, your big post players, you know, may need a few more breathers. He seems like, you know, not only is he having a great game, but you can just tell what kind of shape he's in as well.
Absolutely.
Muirwa, second one goes down. 38 seconds left.
The Bruins still pressing. Oh, the full court!
Carter drives, doesn't go. As now Rockbridge can win it. We got a tie game, final 30 seconds. And Muirwa commits the, or excuse me, a foul committed. Timeout.
Did he get the timeout or no? Oh no, the foul. Coach Scanlon was calling a timeout.
So a foul against Kylie.
Wow.
That is only the third team foul.
That's a dangerous pass. I thought he had it, just, oh man. The reverse didn't go.
So a timeout now as well, as Coach Scanlon wanted to take a brief timeout and talk this over. And just, you have to be impressed with the way that Rockbridge was able to come back in this one. Michael, you talked about down by double digits coming in. At times in this game, they were down by 9 at halftime, and that lead got extended into double digits, but just slowly working their way back, putting some of that full court pressure on, really causing some problems for Lee Summit, and they're able now to have a tie game and a chance to win.
And that's all on the defensive side for the Bruins. You said it, imploring the full court press, turning Lee Summit over, and I think Lee Summit kind of shot themselves in the foot a little bit, pressing, taking shots that they didn't have to take early. Well, there is no shot clock, but didn't have to take shots. They could have utilized the clock a lot more.
Mentioned Rockbridge undefeated against Lee Summit, at least going back to 2009, as Davis in some pressure and another foul called against, oh, hang on, it is a foul against McNeil. Third foul against Lee Summit, and now they have 4 team fouls. So the next one would put Rockbridge in the double bonus. Rockbridge, though, will play for the final shot here to try and win it. Tied at 51. Muhirwa.
To the rack.
The spin, the fade, doesn't go, and the tip doesn't fall, and we are going to overtime. They tried to get their best player here in the second half a look at the bucket. Just didn't fall, and we're going to play a little bit more basketball. These teams have played such a great game. We need to play another quarter, at least. Let's take a look at that last sequence.
The last shot, thought he was going to get downhill to the basket, but good defense got cut off. Forces him into a tough spin around, but had a good look, good help. That was a good look right there on that turnaround. Oh, man.
So the momentum now completely on Rockbridge's side, and now in Lee Summit. You're Coach Little. What are you telling your team after, they gave up that lead, tie game now, and then getting ready to go into overtime?
Well, 0-0 right now. So even scoring, you got to win these next 5 minutes and understand that everything that happened before, none of it matters. And I think they have to do a better job of breaking the press and then not pressing to get to the basket. Only 7 points in that fourth quarter. That's a huge turnaround as they have been cooking in that first and second quarter.
That is our Hy-Vee score by quarter, as we will get at least one more quarter of basketball with this game tied at 51. Van Pelt, who's had a great game for Lee Summit. It's 4 minutes on the clock here to begin overtime. Rockbridge basketball. Muhirwa, who has been unbelievable in the second half. Davis, 3. No. Brody the rebound. Kylie. McNeil.
I see if Lee Summit tries to get something inside to Van Pelt. He hasn't touched the ball. And Lockhart's not on the floor. Hasn't been on the floor in a while for the Tigers.
Carter. McNeil. Brody. Brody baseline. Nice feed inside Kylie, but Minnick's right there. Kylie, open 3. No. Save, Van Pelt, the spin!
Nice.
Van Pelt!
Oh my goodness, Twinkle Toes with the spin move.
How many times has he come up big for Lee Summit in this game?
And we talked about it. Play through the big fella.
We just thought about taking a 3. Timber. Muhirwa. I'm Rockbridge. I want number 2 having the basketball. Timbrook, though, will take it himself and tie it once again.
That was a strong move to the bucket.
More full court pressure from Rockbridge. Lee Summit breaks it. Van Pelt on Minnick's. Inside, blocked by Minnick's. Van Pelt gets it back. Uses the body for the 2.
Oh, man. Just staying with it. Eating down low, the big fella. And Minnick playing good defense initially, but Van Pelt staying with it.
Minute 39 left. Muhirwa. Minnick's. Deep 2. Strong. Rebound McNeil. Carter. McNeil. Lee Summit will use some clock. Brody. Brody. Baseline, Van Pelt. Fouled, and Van Pelt will go to the free throw line. Landon Van Pelt.
Well, he put the team on his back right here. Watch this spin. Oh my, I mean, he totally left Minnick searching. And then right here, gets it blocked initially, but you know what? Doesn't matter, stays with it. Staying on that left pivot, able to finish. He's at the line to shoot too.
Makes the first one. Free throw shooting for Van Pelt has also been effective as he increases the lead to 3, and this one could make it a 2-possession game.
Oh man, 24 and 12 on the night. Wow.
Makes the second one, and that was a big free throw to make it a 2-possession game. Timeout with 52 seconds left. Landon Van Pelt, have yourself a night.
Shooting 90% clip from the free throw line, 9 of 10 tonight as well. He is having himself a game, and you just think if they have gotten the ball to him in the fourth quarter, this game would have been over for the Tigers, as well as taking care of the basketball, not forcing things that they've done in overtime. So great job, Coach Little, talking to his team before the extra period started, understanding let's value these possessions, let's get good shots and get looks at the rim, and they've done that by playing through Van Pelt.
Well, Michael, you pointed out in that fourth quarter, 7 points for Lee Summit. Van Pelt, as you see on their screen there, he's already got 6 in this overtime period. See Van Pelt and the Lee Summit team. They've broken the timeout huddle. Some of you may have heard that announcement over the loudspeaker before we're getting ready to resume here. Trying to keep everything organized here. Big tournament. You've got a lot of big schools here, a lot of big games, and this one going into overtime. Trying to keep the fans organized as best they can. As Muirwa inside and got the and one.
Oh, wow.
And we are seeing the 2 best players for each team tonight stepping up here in the overtime.
Yeah, good job getting downhill. Love the patience right here. Gets the defender in the air, able to finish, and he just willing his team to stay close down the stretch. That's short. Nearly saved it.
Lee Summit has it now, up by 2. Pressure as they will foul Kylie with 27 seconds left. And now you've got the 6'1" senior. Now he comes off the bench for Lee Summit. He is a basketball-only kid, played a lot last year. He's got a bigger role with this team this year, and nothing bigger right now than these free throws. Knocks down the first. Timeout for Rockbridge. It's Lee Summit now with a 3-point lead, and Kylie has a chance to make it a 2-possession game in the final 27 seconds.
Yeah, big free throw. Scanlon trying to put him on ice.
And as you see coming up next, we've got more basketball headed your way as Lee Summit West and Raytown in the championship game here on the Hy-Vee High School Game of the Week on Spectrum News. Very impressive. We'll talk a little bit more about them and their broadcast, but this Raytown team having an excellent season. And Lee Summit West, they're starting to come together here in the second half of the season. So we've got a really good one coming up next for you all. And already in this game, we've seen so much, so many outstanding performances, highlight reel type plays. still plenty of basketball left as Kylie with a huge free throw here to try and make this a 2-possession game. And the senior knocked down one more. Got it. Nothing but net. 2-possession game with 27 seconds left. Kylie will come off after hitting some big free throws. Cameron Johnson for him. As Muirwa. Across, inside, blocked by Johns. Excuse me, Carter. McNeil ahead, Brody. Out of bounds. And
Just
it will
don't
be.
need it. You don't need a fast break right there at all. It's no point of pushing the ball at all. And Coach Little is just beside himself. Like, we do not need to score. We're up 4 right now. There's no point.
Davis for 3, doesn't go. Tipped around, Muirwa, blocked, 4 seconds. And a foul with 1.9 seconds left. And Lee Summit should hang on to win the 3rd-place game here in the Lee Summit tournament. As Coach Little and D'Anthony Carter having a brief conversation. You know, for Coach Little, he's got to be happy about this win, about his team being able to come back here in overtime and get a big victory. Obviously, there's going to be a few things he's going to want to work on as they get ready for the final few weeks of the season, as Van Pelt a rare miss from the free throw line this evening.
Well, time scoring possession. There's got to be a smart, high IQ basketball players out there to understand when you do not need to score. We've seen that time after time, and they'll escape with the win tonight, but that could cost you down the stretch.
Van Pelt makes the second. Muirwa at the buzzer. No. 60-55 is the final score as Lee Summit defeats Rockbridge in the 3rd-place game here on their home floor to come away with the victory. And again, an outstanding game from both of these teams. We will take a quick timeout and we will be back for some final thoughts here on the Hy-Vee High School Game of the Week on Spectrum News. Lee Summit with a 60-55 victory. And welcome back to the Hy-Vee High School Game of the Week on Spectrum News. Lee Summit with a 60-55 victory over Rockbridge. Michael, your final thoughts on this one?
Well, it's a great job, great battle by the Bruins, really taking it to Lee Summit, but we got to give them credit down the stretch to the big fella, Landon Van Pelt, putting the team on his back and taking them into an overtime victory.
Well, what an exciting game 1 of our doubleheader here on Spectrum News. Big thanks to our director, producer Joe Novacek, and our outstanding crew. Thanks everyone at Rockbridge and Lee Summit. Stick around, we've got more basketball coming up next, the championship game as Lee Summit West takes on Raytown next on the Hy-Vee High School Game of the Week on Spectrum News. Again, the final here, 60-55, Lee Summit with the victory.